So it is a snow day today, and I thought I would do a little bit of crafting. So the first project is going to be a little summer short sleeve dress, sort of like this, out of the rest of my sheet set. I made a pair of pants out of this, and now I'm going to make a dress, and I think I'm going to have some leftovers, so there might be one more project in my future with these sheets. And so that is the plan for today. The only thing I've done off camera is iron the sheet to make it a little smoother, but that's like the boring part. And I self-drafted the bodice pattern. So there's not like a pattern. I just made the bodice and I had the sleeve pattern. And then for the skirt, I'm just gonna make a big square and then make it gathered. So that is the plan for this dress. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long. And hopefully it comes out cute. I haven't drafted a pattern in a long time. So I hope that you can have a drink with you or pull up a craft of your own and we can craft together. So as you saw, I cut out all the pieces and I serged all the pieces before sewing them together because that's just easier for me. And then I didn't serge the necklines, but I decided that I'm going to. So I'm going to do that really quick. And then we're going to start assembling this dress. All right, it is the next day and I finished my project. Here she is, here it is on, and it was a journey. I figured this would be just as simple as my pants. It's 4 pattern pieces, and one of those pattern pieces is just a square for the skirt that I gathered. And that was a relatively easy part. A couple times my thread broke and I had to like sew a little bit more so I would be able to gather the skirt. But I think some of my downfall was like doing the serging first, because I think the serging tension is off on my serger. So when I was sewing the pieces together, I could feel like the edges feeling tight because the tension was so tight. And then when I tried to like kind of like loosen it, you know, sometimes if you like kind of pull the seams, it'll crack a little bit and it'll loosen the sewing tension. But what I did instead was rip a hole in it. I don't know if you guys can see the hole. Multiple holes. So here are the holes that I created in this, which is not ideal. And then I also think I should have like added a binding at the neckline. And I think the neckline is just a little bit too wide because the edges like just hit where my bra straps are. And I want to be able to like move. And also I just think the neckline is like too wide and deep. And I did make it wide on purpose because I didn't want to have to add any closures. I wanted to make sure my head would fit through, but I think I should have like made it smaller and then cut it wider if I needed to. And so that's something that I would do differently. And so based on that, I think I'm actually going to remake the bodice part and then reattach it to this skirt portion, because there's just a long list of things that I don't like about this. Oh, the other thing that is not great about this is the armhole is quite small. So basically I used a block, which is a pre-made kind of basic pattern piece that I'll trace and then make adjustments to and then add the seam allowance to. And so I used that, which I remembered had fit me in the past. I've made things from that before, but the armhole was just so tight. I know exactly what I would need to do. I need to like kind of scoop out the front and back armhole and like make it a little bit deeper, just because it was so tight on the arms and I didn't have a lot of range of motion. So I want to get the armhole right as well. And so I think I just need to like remake this whole top and then attach it back to this skirt piece, because it just isn't the right fit. And if I'm making it, I'm going to make sure that it fits right. I'm not going to keep an ill-fitting dress. But I will say that this was not for nothing, because I also, before ripping the underarm hole here, I did try it on with a couple of different pieces in my wardrobe. I made 3 outfits with this dress. I want to show them to you and explain why making this dress wasn't a total loss. So here is the first outfit with this button-up cardigan from Free People and my little Doc Marten clogs. I just love how the skirt part looks underneath this sweater. We know I love this print. I've already made a pair of pants out of this. So this just feels like so cute and perfect for like a spring day. And I just love how a printed dress looks with the rest of my wardrobe. Next we have this outfit with the J. Crew turtleneck and my Blundstone boots. This is a more wintry take with this dress, so I definitely feel like I could wear this in cooler months, maybe with some leggings underneath, just to keep me a little bit more warm. But I really love how the colors are working together. I feel like the volume with the print just really becomes the star of this outfit, with the boots and the turtleneck being the supporting characters and just letting this dress shine. And for the third outfit, I did more of a springy take on this dress with my fisherman sandals with socks, as well as this quince button down unbuttoned over the top of the dress. And I really love this. I wanted to do an outfit where the top of the dress is also being shown, even though it's not my favorite part of the dress, just because I know I would be wearing outfits like this when I do get the bodice right. So I just wanted to try it out, and I do love this outfit. I love the casual button down with this more soft, relaxed dress, and then I love the fisherman sandals with this as well. It's kind of funny that the dress was so much harder than the pants. I think obviously because I followed a pattern when I sewed the pants, and this was sort of like a Frankenstein creation by me. And so I think maybe even I would possibly get a pattern for the type of top that I want for this dress, and then just use that going forward instead of like trying to, you know, doctor up a pattern of my own, just to make sure I get the fit that I want. And it is also nice that I used this sheet for this project, because I have so much extra left over still that I can used to remake the bodice, and I don't feel bad about like using up this fabric. And I can even like take the top that I'm gonna get rid of and make something else out of this. Maybe make like a little crescent bag or something out of this. I'm not sure, but I definitely am excited to try again and make all of the adjustments to make this the perfect dress. But I think this was a good learning experience, and it is reinforcing the wish list item that I have that's like a printed dress, because I think I just prefer a printed dress over a solid dress like 9 times out of 10. And so that's something that I can take forward with me when I'm either making pieces or shopping in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know if there are any sewing projects that you guys are working on, anything you're excited to make. I would love to chat about it with you guys in the comments. I love making videos about making the most out of your wardrobe, so if you don't want to miss anything from me, make sure to subscribe. It really helps my channel. And if you enjoyed this, you might enjoy my video where I take you along on my first thrifting trip after my no-buy year. So I will leave that here and see you in the next one. Bye!